So we'll see if he's successful with this. Stork does great cheese builds. He's probably going to go for 2 gate here. Not quite like West. Okay, let's see if Fantasy scouts this at all. Fantasy not even looking to the side of his base. Okay, he's going up now. I'm not sure what he's doing right here. Oh my god, great instincts by Fantasy. Was able to hover that SCV there, waiting for Stork's probe to come out. Excellent play by Fantasy, I have to say. I was kind of wondering what he was doing there for a second, just not going up with his SCV, and oh, this cheese might fail. Fantasy is bringing a lot of SCVs off the line to take down these gateways. Stork being spotted should not have taken that probe off the line, should have let Fantasy go down. Fantasy, wow, I'm actually very surprised how the Fantasy handled that situation. I don't think I've ever seen it handled that way. He's just waited for the probe to sneak in. Map hacks. This one gateway, I think, might go down by SCVs. Yeah, it does. I think Stork had to cancel that one. And now there's going to be 1 gate, so this is looking a lot like a best cheese right now. 1 gate, non-committal. And Stork should, definitely think about building up in his own base right now. You see, he is putting down his gas. He's going to be able to do a little bit of harassment with this Zealot here. And I think that is the second racks going down for Fantasy, so it kind of forced Fantasy to put down second racks, get a different kind of strategy going, so maybe that could work into Stork's favor. See, Stork has his Zealot out here. Oh, but there is a Marine, and Fantasy doing a good job of protecting that Marine. There's going to be a second Zealot in here, so we'll see what happens here. You see UUV looking kind of proud there that Fantasy was able to do that, but Marine kind of in trouble there. Fantasy's got to run his Marines back as much as he can, because if these Marines die, it's pretty much over. Second Rax is going to be out soon, though. Fantasy doing a good job trapping a Marine there. 2 Marines go down. SCV goes down. This is looking bad for Fantasy right now. He's running his last Marine there. A lot of people cheering there. Stork, if he keeps pumping Zealots in here, he's going to win, because Fantasy can't keep up the production of Marines. Fantasy's got to get some Gosu Marine Micro out here. You see, he is doing a pretty good job running them right now. Lost a ton of SCVs, though. I think he only has 3 or 4 SCVs mining, and now more Zealots in, 2 Marines going down. Fantasy just can't keep his Marines away. For some reason, he is just trapping them left and right. They are going down left and right, and it looks like this cheese is successful. I think Stork is going to take game 1. This has been absolutely epic. Even if Fantasy is able to get rid of these Zealots, it's not going to be enough. He has 2 SCVs right now, 4, and almost no production, and Stork is just building up in his base. You see a lot of SKT1 fans are looking a little sad at that. Fantasy looking a little bit disappointed in himself. And it looks like probes are coming out here. What the hell is this? I think Stork might be thinking about doing some embarrassment here. Or maybe this is going to be pretty awesome. I think Stork probably thinks that Fantasy should have GG'd by now. And he is bringing some probes up to maybe... We'll see what he does. Firebat Hero looking awfully happy there. And Stork is bringing his probes into Fantasy's base. Let's see what he does here. He's fighting with probes right now. Maybe a little bit cocky on Stork's part, but it definitely adds to the psychological factors. He is using his probes to fight off and cover for his Dragoon, which is taking out Marines right now. Still, I think a little bit cocky on his part. He was successful with that little rush, but oh man, Stork being a little bit BM there, I have to say. Maybe. I mean, that kind of pulling probes like that was pretty effective. He was able to cover for that Dragoon while the Dragoon took down the Marines, but I think that he was just trying to play into the psychological factors here, really throw Fantasy off, and we'll see what Fantasy's constitution is like after this game. Stork just showing his dominance there. Even though his cheese was spotted, even though one gate went down, he was still able to take that match out, which is kind of blows my mind. Very good play from Stork. Stork showing his dominance there. Very, very dominant play there at the end with those probes. That's got to be eating into Fantasy right now. Fantasy has got to focus if he wants to take the second game. The Legend of Stork. I like that. So, we'll see how the players play in the second game. This is Nuke. I am moving on to the second.